All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all the praises, all the honor, and all the glory unto the unstoppable and undeniable force, Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth. Honors to the brethren and the Akim out there, the laborers out there that is pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI for allowing me once again to come out on the highways and hedges in the chief place of concourse to teach and preach in the name of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. All right, and us brothers, when we come out here, as always, we have a duty, we have a job. All right, we are the watchmen of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Okay, and us having that job, us having that title of being a watchman or being a servant, or servant of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, we must prophesy, which means to say before and to tell you the things that must shortly come to pass, all right, which are the prophecies, because that's what the prophets did of old, all right, as Jeremiah himself said. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, in verse 8, and it says this: the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's right, and that's what we come out here to warn you people about, in particular our people, man. All right, we come out here not only to just tell our people who they are according to the scriptures, but to not only, that's the beginning stages, you know what I mean, to let our people to know who they are, you know, who they belong to. All right, because the majority of our people, they don't have a clue. They don't know nothing, man. You know, they live here in America and think that they're black, or they think that they're Mexican or Puerto Rican, or whatever the case may be. All right, but we also come out here to tell you what your true nationality is, according to these pages. All right, but that's the beginning stages, and then we let you know, hey, look, this is what's happening in the world, and everything that you may have questions about, that's what's concerning what's happening in the days that we live. It's all according to biblical prophecy, you know. And that's what the prophets did of old, and that's what the prophets are coming back to do in the reincarnation. Because the prophets that have been back then, they're back here today doing the exact same thing, and they're following the lot that they've been appointed to. All right, they've been given a task that the Most High, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, entrusted unto them. All right. Let's go to the book of Revelation 1 verse 1. It says, the revelation of Yahawashi HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto his servants to show Slakin. Let me read that again, forgive me. This is the book of Revelation 1 verse 1. The revelation of Yahawashi HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass, which are the prophecies. And he sent and sanctified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of Yahweh and the testimony of Yahawashi, and of all the things that he saw. You see? Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And that's right. And we're in these times. All right, where there's going to be lamentations, mourning, woe, famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All right, perilous times. All right, and this is what we must be speaking of. You know, because that is the spirit of our Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, the testimony of our Lord YAHAWASHI is what? The spirit of prophecy. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. And it says, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of YAHAWASHI. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of YAHAWASHI is the spirit of prophecy. So the testimony of our Lord YAHAWASHI is the spirit of prophecy, and that is what we must continue to do. All right, to prophesy, which means to say before. All right, and let me grab this through the spirit as well, because it says you have to be occupied in prophecy. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or other brothers say Sirach. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. You see, so that's what you're going to be occupied in. you're going to be occupied in the prophecies. What's prophecy? Let's go to the book of Matthew 24. All right. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 1. Let's start at 3. And it says, let's start at 3. Matthew chapter 24 verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Now, when you go to the book of Mark, the 13th chapter, it goes into who those disciples were. It was Peter, James, John, and Andrew. They asked him, like, hey, they asked the Lord, like, when is going to be the sign? What can we look for to know that this is when you're going to return? Okay? Because the prophets knew, the disciples knew that Yahawashi was going to have to go for a while. You know, he was going to have to leave them, you know, but he said that he would come back, you know. And they asked him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? What things? The prophecies. And what shall be the sign of thy coming? What can we look for to know when you're going to make your great and glorious return and the end of the world? Meaning, and the end of the world meaning the end of this world, the end of this age. Okay, because we know according to the scriptures in the book of Ecclesiastes that the earth abideth forever. It always has and not always will. This is just, when it says the end of the world, it's talking about Esau's world. All right, because his world's going down, and the end of his world is the beginning of ours. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Okay, and it says, and Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, so there's going to be wars. There's going to be rumors of wars. All right. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you brothers correct me. I was watching something, and then I saw like a headline of like Ukraine threatens with nuclear war or something around there. That's all according to the scriptures, man. War. That's a rumor right there alone. Wars and rumors of wars. Okay, and these things must come to pass. All right. Because if they don't, then that would make our power a liar. But that is impossible because he's not a man that he should lie. Okay. The scriptures talk about let me see, let me grab it. This is the book of Peter, was that 2 Peter, I believe? Yep. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. And this is all good too. Matter of fact, let's start from the top. Let's see where this takes us. 2 Peter 3 verse 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance. And that's right. That's why we come out here in the chief place of concourse on the highways and hedges as instructed. Not because man said, but what the scriptures say, what the Lord, because the scriptures say, go out to the highways, and as much as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Okay, and then that's an order. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh, you don't like to do it? Well, then you should account the cost. You got to be out on the highways and hedges, man. You know, no, anything else other than that is unacceptable, man. Okay. But we come out to stir up our people's pure minds by the way of remembrance, as I was saying earlier, to let our people know who they really truly are. And we do that by way of these words, man. All right? Because that's how we were brought back. All right? You know, the scriptures talk about the reconciliation to be brought back to. You know, to be brought back to what? To who we are, who our power is, so on and so forth. You know, what the name of our power is, many things, you know. And it says, verse 2, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. And that's right. And we just saw, or I just saw, whichever brothers were watching the brothers live down there in Sacramento, we had a scoffer that came up, man, and he ended up ended up paying for scoffing. You know, he wanted to put hands on the brother, you know, and then what happened? Hey, the brother touched him back, but in no good way. All right, he hurt him. And it says, and then that's what you'll have, and that's another indication or knowing that what times we're in. We're in the end times, because it says in the last days, scoffers walking after their own lust, and we got that every day. They'll drive by, yell wild shit out the window, all right, throw shit at you, come up, talk shit, be on the comment board talking shit. You got the keyboard warriors, you know what I mean? Them cruiserweight keyboard warriors, all right, which all they do is talk shit, eat hot Cheetos all day, and type on their computer, you know, or on their phone, or on their tablet, or on their laptop, however they do it, you know. And it says, in saying, where's the promise of his coming? And that's right. So I thought you said YAHAWASHI. You know, you have some men, they be like, oh, the Lord, he's taking too long, man. You know, I can't be waiting. See, and that's the thing with this truth. Waiting on the Lord is very important, man. We're instructed to wait. You know, YAHAWASHI said, man, damn. It happens. It happens. You know, it happens. You know, you about to say something and then it just disappears at your mind. You know, but yeah, we're instructed to wait. Let me grab this precept too, real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27. In verse 14, and it says, wait on the Lord. And this is a psalm of David, okay, a man that was after the heart of the Most High. It says, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart, meaning your mind. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And that's right, and that's what we got to do. We got to wait on YAHAWASHI. We have to wait on our power Yahweh to send his son YAHAWASHI back, because even with that being said, our Lord YAHAWASHI himself, he himself is waiting. And if he waits, guess what? We got to wait with him, man. You know, because he wants to get his, you know, he wants to get down, man. But no man knows the day. You know, not the angel of heaven, but my Father only. That's what YAHAWASHI said. He said, I don't even know. The angels up there, the fellow, our brethren that are up there, because the angels are our brethren too. That's why when you read in Revelation 19, it says, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, because John, he bowed down. You know, but the angel was like, no, you don't bow down to me. I'm your brother, man. You shouldn't be bowing down to me. You know, that's the most, that glory belongs to YAHAWASHI. You know, he said, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren. You know, because we're angels too. We're just angels. See, they're in angelic power. They're in an angelic spirit. You know, but for us, we're in the scriptures talk about the celestial bodies and bodies also terrestrial. You know, the celestial bodies are the bodies in which our Lord YAHAWASHI has, the angels have. The terrestrial bodies are the bodies that we live in right now, which are, you know, which are acceptable unto physical decay, meaning we can die. Okay, the angels cannot die, no matter what. They're all in perfect spirit and in perfect in an angelic spirit. I'll say it like that. See, we're in this flesh, man. We're born, we live, we get old. And then, you know, the end of the road is death, you know, or, you know, you die. You know, that's what these bodies are. This is the chains of darkness, which is spoken of in the book of Jude, and also in the book of Peter, which through the Spirit I'll bring that out, since I'm right here. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. It says, 2 Peter 2 verse 4, for Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, and we are those angels that have sinned, okay? And it says, but cast them down to hell, which a simple ass Christian would say, oh, you see, they said go down to hell, you know, but it's not talking about hell. Is just the grave. Hell is just, and that's what these bodies lead to, is to hell, which is the grave, you know. And it says, for if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. And that's right. And the chains of darkness is these bodies. this is the chain of darkness that we're in, you know. And it says, and spare not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And that's right, because just as it was in the days of Noah, it's going to be like this in the days of the Son of Man, in the coming of the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man? Our Lord YAHAWASHI. And it says, verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them examples unto those that should live afterwards. You see, so you have the days of Lot, you have the days of Noah, which are examples of what happens when you want to live ungodly. So pretty much what that's saying is like, look, oh, so you want to be wicked, you want to be a demon, you want to be abominable. Well, this is what happens. The Lord, see, the Most High, he has examples, all right, of what happens when you're righteous and what happens if you're wicked. If you're righteous, you're doing that which is pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shem YAHAWASHI. You know, you're gonna be, the blessings are gonna come upon you. But if you wicked and you're just doing all kinds of wild ass shit, wicked shit, the Lord, he gonna bring curses upon you, man. You know, you either get the blessings or the curses. And majority of you people, you got curses on you, man. That's why you all bugged out, man. All right. And it says, verse 7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Why was Lot just? Because he was actually the nephew of Abraham. All right. And that's why when you go to the book of Genesis, I believe, you know, Abraham is talking to the Most High, and he's like, if there be 50 in the city, will you not destroy it? If there be 40, 30, 20, 10, you know, and the Most High got to the point where it's like, look, man, I'm not going to do that, you know? And that's why when the time came to where the angels were being sent to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, who did they gather? They gathered who? Lot and his household. But the only ones that survived were him and his 2 daughters, because his wife, she looked back and she became what? A pillar of salt. And she's an example of, she was left as an example. That her, because the scriptures talk about in the book of Luke, it says, remember Lot's wife. Okay? Why? Because, hey, you can't look back, man. You know? And she had it good too. She loved her life there. And hey, that's where she is. You know? But it says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And that's us to this day. Just as like Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, then we be vexed, man. I mean, you go to work, you go to the grocery store, you turn on the radio or the, you know, the music in the car, the radio in the car, you know, anything really. You on YouTube, you see an ad, it got some sodomites in it, you know. All kinds of just wicked, abominable stuff. When we see that, man, and there's times where I'll be like, I just want, you know, I want to throw my fucking phone at my hands, you know. All right, or somebody might say some weirdo shit at work, man. You look at the motherfucker like, nigga, like, what's wrong with you, man? You know, just be cool. But majority of these people, they're not cool, man. They're not cool, and you can tell just by the spirit that they come in, man. And you be vexed with some of the filthy conversation of the wicked. And it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds, meaning their acts. Because you got people, I remember when I was working at I worked at the Chevron, I managed the Chevron, right? And I remember there was this couple, she was fine, you know. She was looking good, you know what I mean? She came up, she got a beer, you know, she got off work, whatnot, and she was like with her friend, which was a girl. And I'm thinking, oh, they're just friends and whatnot. And you know, she puts her drink on the counter. She had her 6-pack or whatever, you know, just, you know, dressing it up a little bit. And they look at each other and they just start making out. And I'm just like, God damn, man. Like, you know, I thought they was just friends, but she ended up being, you know, a lesbian, man. You know, which that's going off, man. Both man and woman, they ain't supposed to be doing nothing together. A man's supposed to lay down with a woman, man. All right? It shouldn't be, if there's 2 genders that they're the same, man, you're going off, man. All right? But I saw that, and I'm looking, they all kissing each other, making out, like literally right in front of everybody. Like it was just a normal thing to do, you know what I mean? And I just looked at it, I'm just like, you fucking, you be vexed, man. You know, I was just gonna be like, I was gonna walk away, but I just scanned they shit real quick, and then I was just pretty much my mentality was just like, all right, you know, can you just get the fuck out of my face, please? You know. But you brothers, you probably experience all kinds of shit, man. You brothers that got your own business, or your personal trainers, you probably run into all kinds of fucking weirdos, man. Doing weirdo shit. You might go to, you know, wherever, man. You might be on a you know, you might be in a different state, just trying to, you know, because the scripture talk about don't deprive yourself of a good time. Brothers might go out somewhere, you know, to just go on their vacation, but their mentality still is like, yeah, I'm gonna have a good time, but before I do any of that, I'm gonna do this work, you know. But in the process of you doing work, you might be trying to get a hotel, or you might want to go to wherever, the beach, whatever the case may be, man. You gonna see some unlawful deeds, man, you know, and you become vexed when you see that shit, because you knowing that it's wrong, and because the scriptures talk about they that fear the Lord, or what is it? Fear the Lord. They that fear the Lord hate evil, you know, and that's us, because we fear YAHAWASHI. Whatever He hates, we also hate, man. Scriptures talk about to love the good and to hate the evil, and that's what we do, man. And there's more evil in this world than there is good. You know, that's why when our Lord returns, He's gonna jack this place up. Let me grab this real quick through the Spirit. This is the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. And that's what this world, and that's the society of which what Esau pushes out, all right? They push the things that are evil in this world to be good. Being homosexual, being a sodomite, all right? Being a pedophile, because you got even organizations here in America that support pedophilia. You have literally communities to where, home communities to where everybody in the community is a pedophile, man. You know, just wild, wicked shit. You know what I mean? And they call the things that's because those things are evil. You know, and even going into the littler stuff. You know, you eating abominable foods. You know, you could go pretty much anywhere, and especially like if you go to a nice steakhouse or you go to a nice fancy ass restaurant, man, they'll pretty much have everything there. But you know, I be going to some nice places sometimes too, and I look at the menu and I'm just like, look at this, there's nothing I can eat really here. The only thing that I can eat is like some you know, some chicken and fries, you know what I mean? And everything else is either it's some kind of pork, ham, lobster, shrimp, you know? You know, they have all those things acceptable to you, man. All right? And they call those things that are evil good things, man. All right, and they call the things that are good evil, man. So this whole world is flipped upside down all the way around, man. But it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's this world, man. That's why we prophesy against this place, man, because we want this place to get up out of here, man. We want this place to be gone, man. You know, I'm looking at the buildings here, the everything here, man. I want all this stuff to be wiped out, man. I want it to be like the movie The Book of Eli, man. You know, because in the beginning scene when he killed the cat, you know, and he's walking throughout the desert and there's nothing there, that's how this place is going to be, you know. All right, so this is coming back into the book of 2 Peter 2 verse 8, and it says, for the righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. And it says, verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly, meaning the righteous, out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust, meaning the wicked, unto the day of judgment, to be punished. And that's why the majority of you people that are wicked are still around, so that the Lord, when that time comes where He's going to release His wrath, you're going to be alive, man, and it's going to come upon you and overtake you till you be destroyed, man. All right? So coming back here into the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of His coming? Oh yeah, I thought you, and like I was saying, going back to that, you know, you have some men that get tired of waiting. They're not able to wait. They gas out through the Spirit. They stop enduring, you know. But you got to endure this, man. You got to wait, man. You know, you got to be patient, because just like when you go to like anywhere, let's say for an example, like let's say it is a movie, right? Everybody talking about it. Everybody, oh man, I can't wait till it comes out. It's coming out next week, woo to woo, you know. And opening night, you know, the night comes where, because movies now, or I think it's always been like that, you know, the movie will come on, but it won't come out till like midnight, and they be lines just up out the ass throughout the movie theater, man. Now, people gonna be buying tickets, man, but if you gonna wait in a long ass line, man, and you can't patiently wait, you can't suffer waiting in that line, you ain't gonna be able to see the movie, man. You know, you gonna have to see it the next time, the next show, you know, which will be tomorrow more than likely. You know, if the movie's starting at midnight, you know, and then on top of that, you can't even really talk to anybody that has seen it, because they gonna tell you, oh man, this happened, that it's gonna be spoiled for you, man. You know, but for an example, like you waiting in that line, that long ass line to get your ticket, you gotta wait in that line, man. No matter how long it takes, and we gotta wait on YAHAWASHI, Yahweh and His Son YAHAWASHI, no matter how long it takes. And honestly, what was I gonna say? Honestly, damn. I was gonna say something, man. Oh, I was gonna say, honestly, we don't have too much waiting to do, because if you measure out the times diligent, there it is. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Because if you measure in the times diligently in itself, you know that we're in the time where our Lord, He could return at any moment, because things are moving very quickly, man. All right, and that's why we're instructed. Well, that's why Yahawashi said, what I say unto you, I say unto all. Watch. And we got to watch. Let's watch and as well as pray. And it says, coming back here, it says, and saying, where is the promise of His coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. And that's the thing, you know, they say everything is just going to continue as it was, because you have a lot of our people that say, oh, that ain't going to happen for a long time, and if it does, it's not going to be in my lifetime. You know, they say, well, let's grab that in Ezekiel, all right? The book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel 12. Right? Yep, this is the book of Ezekiel. All right, Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12 and 17. Forgive me. And then it says right here, the coming desolation. All right, and that's what's coming: desolation, destruction. All right, annihilation. But it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, eat thy bread with quaking, and drink thy water with trembling and with carefulness, and say unto the people of the land, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI unto the inhabitants of Jerusalem and of the land of Israel, they shall eat their bread with carefulness and drink their water with astonishment, that her land may be desolate from all that is therein, because of the violence of them that dwell therein. And that's right, because when there's wickedness, just like in days of Lot, where he dwelt, there was all kinds of wickedness happening. You know, there's all kinds of homosexuality, things like that, probably even murder, all kinds of wickedness was happening there. You know, and when the Lord sees that, and when he sees that, he gets to the point where his wrath gets built up, his anger builds up, and only for him to come down from his anger that he has is that he has to kill people. And that's one thing he does. He'll send a famine, he'll send a pestilence, he'll send a destruction, you know. And that's what's coming to this place. Destruction. This place, America. And it says, and the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste. It's like it, verse 20. And the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, and the land shall be desolate, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, you see. And that's what's going to happen to this place. This place, America, is going to lie waste. All right, this place ain't got the expiration, like I always use the example of like a gallon of milk, right? You know, you get a gallon of milk from the store, wherever you go, Fry's, Walmart, Albertsons, wherever you go, you know what I mean, Walmart. You buy a gallon of milk, you know, you might check your phone, see, okay, let's say it's the 17th. You know, the expiration date on this gallon of milk is like on the 2nd of next month, you know, whatever, just an example. Now, if you buy, take it home, leave it in your refrigerator, you might, you know, have a coffee with it, cereal, whatever it may be, you know, or you just might have a glass of milk in the morning. But eventually you're going to get to the point where that date is going to come close. And if you still have any, let's say you have a half a gallon, you know, you ain't been using it all that much, and it's the 31st, and in the next 2 days it's going to expire. What are you going to do with that? You're going to toss that bitch out. You're going to throw it in the trash, man. You know, you ain't going to even smell it. You're just going to know that, okay, the expiration date's soon, and I can't use this. And if I do, then it's going to mess your stomach up. You're going to be all fucked up, you know what I mean? You know, those that you accidentally may have drank spoiled milk, what happens is your stomach it has a bad reaction. And then you end up what? You know, vomiting it up. You know, and vomiting it ain't too fun, you know. Nobody likes to vomit, you know what I mean? But that same example of you having, or that same example of you seeing the expiration date, you throw it out. Well, this place, America, has an expiration date, okay? And once that date hits, this place is going to be out of here, man. The Lord, He's going to send His Son. He's going to send the angels. He's going to send the missiles. He's going to send the lamentations, the mourning, the woe, all the things that are going to come upon this place to take this place out, man. All right? And it says, it's a lot. And it says here, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is this is Ezekiel 12 and 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel, you see. And it says, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. So the words that which our power speaks, which He speaks through us, it's going to come to pass, man, because it is not us that speak, it is the Spirit of our Father that speaketh in us. All right, you read about that in the book of Matthew 10. Salakia. Matthew 10 and 20. It says, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. You see? So that's who speaks in us. It's not us that speak. You know, it's impossible to do what I'm doing is impossible. I can't do it with just me, myself. You know, I have to have that Spirit of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI, to come upon me, to overtake me, to bring forth that which I've been saying for the last 33 minutes and 32 seconds. Okay? Now, forgive me for 1 second. I just got to check something real quick. Alright. So Laki, I just had to, send a little text back to somebody. This is the book of Ezekiel. Well, let me read this because I wanted to bring another precept out. Let me read this one more time. This is Ezekiel 12 and 25. And it says, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, talking about the house of Israel. All right, it says, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh. See, so when the Lord speaks, that's a wrap, man. There's nothing that anyone could do to stop it. You know what I mean? And that's what comes to the precept that came to my mind is in the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, and we'll start at 1. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Talking about this word. Just like David, he said in the book of Psalms 23, he said what? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He's talking about the word. You know, he restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. All right, roughly paraphrasing. All right, but the still waters, the green pastures represents this word. And this word is represented as water, milk, honey, meat, you know. And that's what we speak to you. We give you this spiritual food, you know, the spiritual comida, the food. This is the spiritual food. You know how you might go to a restaurant, you eat steak, you might have some rice, beans, whatever the case may be. This is the spiritual rice and beans. This is the spiritual steak. This is the spiritual wine. This is the spiritual milk. This is the spiritual money. This is the spiritual honey. All right, which we feed you with. Okay, and it says, verse 2, wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye, and it says, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight in itself in fatness. Because when you get everything down and everything's coming together, because when you first end up coming to this truth, man, there's a lot of things you gotta, you know, stop doing. You can't do this, you know, I gotta stop doing that. But then once you start to get into when the spirit is dealing with you more, all right, this food, you have delight in it, man. You know, and I'll speak for myself. Like when I do lessons, man, especially like when you know the spirit's on you, you feel it, you know. And when you're done, you know, you salute, you know, you pray, you pray the lesson's edifying, and then you end the stream, or you end the record, you hit the record end button. You know, you feel, for me, I feel good, man. Like I'm ready, to just go. You know what I mean? I feel good. You know, because I know that what I did, for certain, it will edify the brethren and the believers that may watch. You know, and that's how you have to be. When you eat this food, when you take in these words, it has to be the delight unto you, man. You know, right? And it's not always, and you're going to have the sweet, but also the bitter. You know, but that's what comes within this truth, man. All right? And, you know, in this truth, you got your ups and downs, man. But yet, you still find a way to continue to forge on. Okay? And it says, verse 3, incline your ear and come unto me, hear and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee because of the Lord thy power, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee. See? Verse 6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near, implying that what? There's going to come a time where you won't be able to seek the Lord. You ain't going to be able to call upon him, man. You know, those you Israelites that are playing games, you know, you're not really serious. You just kind of just faking the funk. There's going to come a time where the day of trouble is going to be near, and you're going to try to call upon the Lord, but he ain't going to hear you. All right, and just like the book of Proverbs says, they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. See? And it says, verse 7, let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he'll have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, Neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, which that means there's a purpose for the rain and the snow. When the rain comes down, when the snow comes down, when the snow rests upon the earth, what happens? It starts to what? It starts to melt and watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth in bud. That's why when the winter comes, things will be dead. But then when the summer comes around, especially here, like monsoon's been hitting, it's been raining like for 10 days straight. You know what I mean? Today it's not too bad, but it's gonna rain again later tonight. You know, I've been seeing, you know, rain weather, so, you know, but I came at a good time. You know, it's nice and sunny still, and the rain clouds haven't come in, you know, because they come from the summits of the mountains. You know, you see them come in and you be like, you know, you be like, damn, man, you know, you know it's gonna rain. You know, you see them dark clouds, that gloom and doom coming upon, you know, okay, it's gonna rain, you know. But like here, things were dead, man. Now I don't, like, you could probably go back maybe 6 months back, this tree didn't have any of these leaves. You know, all these trees were naked, so to speak. They didn't have any leaves on them, man. They were just, you know, twigs, you know, just they didn't have nothing on them, you know. But now they got, you know, these little things right here, you know. I don't know what they are. They're probably just things for the birds to eat, you know. But you have things like that. Now, when you go, especially like when you drive, because it takes me about like maybe 25 minutes to get where I'm at from where I live. And on your way there, you got a bunch of mountains, and you got a bunch of fields that at one time they were all gray, everything was dead, but now everything's turning back green again, you know, because of the rain and the rain coming down. And the snow's gonna come too this year, more than likely, you know. Because every couple years we get a good a good winter, you know. It rains, you know. Where I live, you got the winter, spring, summer, fall. You deal with all kinds of weathers here: hot, snowy, rainy, cold, whatever, you know. It's all here. But this is implying that there's a purpose for this word, you know. There's a purpose for the word, man. Okay, and it says, "So shall my word be." We'll let this pass through the spirit. I hate them damn motorcycles, man. They cool, but they just too damn loud, you know what I mean? But let me read this, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. See? So the word of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, it's going to prosper. It's going to go out, and it's going to accomplish that which you please. Just like when it rains, it accomplishes. Like when you plant a seed, you hope for the rain to come so that what? That whatever seed that you may have planted, whether it be a flower, whether it be apple tree, avocado tree, whatever the case may be, tomato, potato, whatever. You know what I mean? You're going to have, you know, you're going to hope that it rains, and you know when it does, that is going to nurture that seed and have it bring forth and bud and grow. You're going to have a little green little sprout come up. You know what I mean? This word does the same thing, man. It accomplished that which YAHAWASHI wants it to, and it prospers in the thing wherever he sends it. And he has his prophets everywhere throughout the four corners of the earth prophesying and bringing forth this word, man. Because it said, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth." And who are his mouth? The prophets. All right, we are the mouthpiece of YAHAWASHI. This is the book of Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 20. Or I'm sorry, Luke 1 and 70, forgive me. It says, "And as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began." See, so that's how the Lord speaks. He speaks by the mouth of his what? The holy prophets, all right? Which we believe, and I humbly say this, us brothers that come out here, we believe that we are the prophets. Why? Because we are doing exactly what the prophets have did before us, okay? We're doing the exact same thing, okay? And if we ain't the prophets, then where they at? Where they at? Like T.I. when he, I forget where it was. I don't know if he got in a fight. There was a fight years back when he got in a fight in the club with Floyd Mayweather or something like that. Their security was going back and forth, and people were saying, "Oh, see, Floyd punched you in your head. You know, that's why you got two black eyes." And then he posted a video and he said, "Somebody said I got two black eyes. Well, where they at though? You know." And that's the thing. For what I'm trying to say is, if we're not the prophets, where they at though? If we're not them, then who the hell is they? It can't be them niggas in the churches, man, because they don't even know how to wipe their own ass, man. All right. So if we're not the prophets, who are? And if you can't answer it, then you can't really be saying much, man, because we're doing exactly what the prophets were doing before, man, of old. They prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of the war and the evil, the pestilence to come, and that's what we do. All right. Okay. So let's come back here in the book of Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 12 and 26. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth the time of the times that are afar off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord. See? And that's what's going to be done. The word of the Most High, the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? And this is our job, baby. This is what we will come out here to do, man. Even though no niggas may listen, these people drive by every day, or every time I come out here, it don't matter. The word does not go out void, man. All right? Matter of fact, before I go back to Peter, let's go to the book of Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel 33. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people. And when it says that, who are the people, the Most High's people? The people on the sign. You have to have the sign out here, according to the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Okay? And it says, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their costs and set him for their watchman, feel this people, hey man, because people spaz out here, man. I just literally I made a lesson on it, and I was texting the brother y'all call about it when we went to lunch. When I was at work with my crew, he was like, or I was telling him, like, because on World Star on Instagram, I saw this. The World Star posted something about, like, you know, Wendy's employee punches a 67-year-old man, and then it said Prescott, and that's where I live, you know, here in Prescott, and I was like, I was there, you know, like I was telling the brother, like, hey, I was there, brother, like that. And then I read the report, and they just made it seem like you know, because it was a brother who punched an old Edomite out here, man. Fucking hit him so hard he ended up dying, you know. And the reason why, and they don't say it in the report, well, he was calling him a nigger, you know. He kept on telling him, you know, because it said something about his order taking too long. He's saying, you know, hurry up, nigger, you know, give me my food, you know. And then the brother and that's the thing, Judah at this point ain't having none of that shit, man. That's why that brother, he went over the counter and straight hit him with a one-hit wonder, man. Straight hit him, man. See, that devil, he probably been living here his whole life, all right, talking shit about niggas and spicks and all kinds of, you know, all our people. And his day came to where he got put to death. The brother straight hit him with a one piece, man. You know, hit him with that one-hit wonder, man. Straight laid him out. He was hospitalized. They flew him out to the Phoenix hospital down in Maricopa County, and he died 2 days later, man. Hey, so good for that devil, man. You know, and it's gonna be a lot more. And this ain't a really big town, man. You know, I've never looked that up, but I don't want to. If I remember, I'll look up the population of where I live. and it can't be too big, you know. I don't, because this place is real small, you know what I mean? It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody, you know. And but yeah, that brother straight hit him, cracked him, man. You know, hit him with a real good shot, man. Cracked his ass, you know. And the brother was all in his brother was in his rights, you know. And that's what's gonna happen more and more. You Edomites that think that you tough, man, it's gonna be shown to you real soon that you're not too tough, man. You're not as tough as you think you are, man. And when it gets physical between Israel and Edom, whether starting with Judah on down all the way down to Issachar, you can't fuck with us, man. We are superior to you, man. We are physically stronger, man. You know, that's why when brothers, you know, I remember in high school, and Brother YAHAWAH, he's spoken of this. You know, when he be training, because he be training people, you know what I mean, getting them, or at least trying to get these out of shape people into shape, you know. And they'd be like, I can't do that. You black, man, I can't do that. And that's the thing, man. I was told that too. You'd be like, you know, because I remember I got a lot of where I work, a lot of contractors. I still even I was at work today. I still got my shirt on. I just said I'm coming to the highways, and you know, I saw my bag. It was in there. Just went to the house, picked up my sword, and you know, I came out here. You know, and I don't know if I might look dirty, but it is what it is, man. You know, you had who was it? John. I want to say it was the Apostle John. You know, I forget what it says, but he was looking crazy out in the wilderness. You know what I mean? Looking bugged out. You know, and I got my hair all crazy. You know, I got to trim it too. You know, but it is what it is. You know, I just wanted to come out on the highways and hedges. You know, through the spirit. You know, it was in me to, you know, because I opened the trunk and I saw the sign. And I was just like, and I saw the tripod, and I was just like, well, shit, I just got off work. Let's just go out there. You know, why not? You know. But I got a lot of workers, contractors, people that come around, and they be like, man, can you come work for me? Like, you're such a hard worker. And they were like, I don't know what makes you a hard worker, but they always say, you know, it's because you're Mexican. You know what I mean? It's because, you know, and it's really because I'm an Israelite. You know what I mean? We're the hardest workers, from Judah all the way down to Issachar. We are the hardest workers, man. You know, I got all kinds of people. Oh, come work for me. I'll pay you this. I'll pay you $40 an hour. I'll pay you piecework, whatever you want, man. And I'm just comfortable where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? But if I ever needed to, I know that I have options, and that's, you know, all praises to the Most High, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know, that He's been giving me those things. You know what I mean? But yeah, they'd be like, you're such a hard worker. And I remember this dude named Tim. He looks to be an Edomite. He's from Oregon, but you know, he got a lot of, you know, brothers as his friends, like so-called black people, you know. And he kind of got that. He always be listening to rap music, trap music. You know, he could be like a wannabe, but you know, anything's possible. He could be Israelite, but he was like, I know what it is. And I was like, what? He's like, you're Mexican, man. He's like, you work harder than everybody here. And I was just like, you know, it is what it is, you know. But because we are better than you people, man. All right, these people on this side, we're the greatest people on the earth, man. And can't nobody see the Most High, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, the nation that He chose and created, which is the nation of Israel. He made us one of a kind, man. And the things that we do, we shock a lot of people's minds. You know, there's this saying, and I've learned to memorize it. There's Floyd Mayweather Sr., Floyd Mayweather's father. You know, he's on the mitts. And he got them fast hands still. He's like 68 or something like that. You know, he's still pretty fast, you know. And he was like, I'm the best. And for all the rest, there's no contest. He's like, I'll shock your mind. I'm one of a kind. I'm one of the baddest men of all time. And that's us. That's us. That saying that he said applies to the nation of Israel, man. We're the greatest nation ever, and that ever will be. All right, now and forever, man. Why? Because the Most High, He chose us to be a peculiar people. A people, what's it say? Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people, meaning holy in the Hebrew is Kodash, which means to be separate. Okay, and it says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself, above all people. that are upon the face of the earth, you see. So the Lord, he made us to be a special people, and he made us not only just a special people, but he made us above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. We're above all you people, man. We're the best in the West. Nah, just playing. But let me get back to this through the Spirit. Salakia for rambling. But this is the book of Ezekiel 33, verse 2. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, and the people of the land take their costs and set him for their watchmen, if when he sees the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. And that's right, and that's what we do. We're the ones that blow the trumpet and warn the people. All right, we're the watchmen. And the ancient watchmen used to do what? To watch for any war, ambush, whatever the case may be. And if so, they blow the trumpet so that the people may be warned. Okay. Let me grab this through the Spirit. Isaiah chapter 62 and 6. And it says, we'll start here. Isaiah 62 verse 6. And it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. And that's right, because we don't hold our peace day nor night, man. We got brothers, they'll make a lesson in the morning. We have brothers that are be in a different country where it's nighttime. They'll be making lessons, man. So we never hold our peace. We're non-stop day and night. There's always videos being pushed out from brothers, man, throughout the whole world. We don't hold our peace, man. And it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. And that's right, because we are instructed to speak. Salaki, brothers. Try to grab it. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sue. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. And we are in the times of speaking. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And we are in the times of war. Ain't no peace. We are in the times of hate. Ain't no love, man. And we are in the times of speaking, not keeping silence. Okay? So let's come back here. Isaiah 62 verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest, till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's what we're going to do. Alright, so coming back here in Ezekiel 33 verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet. So if you hear us speaking, coming out on highways and edges, but you be here right here on the sidewalk where I'm at, or you see the video, you hear me speaking of all these things that are going to come to pass. You hear it, right? And whether you believe it or not, okay, as long as you hear it, my job was done. My job is done. I already did my job. I let you know. It says, whensoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away. So if you hear what I was saying, there's going to be famines, pestilence, lamentations, mourning, woe. These things are going to come to pass. And if these things come upon you, and take you out, kill you, this is what has to be said. If the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head, meaning you're not going to be able to blame anybody but yourself, man. Okay? And it says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So if you take heed, great, good. Okay, you got to give all praises to the Most High that He's allowed you to actually take heed, man. You know, so He's actually allowed. He's opened your mind and your eyes. He told the angel, "Hey, give him a little, you know, open his eyes a little bit." You know what I mean? And you're able to take heed and take heed to the warning. You have a very, very great opportunity to deliver your soul. But for those of you that don't, you're gonna have a horrible end. And it says, but if the watchman, right, see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, so you don't say nothing, you ain't saying nothing, or you out in the stick somewhere, you nobody to be found, or you ain't making no lessons, and you know you're supposed to. It says, if he see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, he blow and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he has taken away his own iniquity. So that same person, guess what? At the end of the day, that same person in their iniquity, they're going to die in their iniquity, all right? It says, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. You see? So the blood's going to be required from those that don't say nothing, that don't speak, man. All right? And that's the times we're in, man, where the sword, the famine, death, and destruction are going to come upon this place, man. Sooner rather than later. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end it there through the Spirit, brothers. I pray and hope that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and also comforting. As always, I would love to give all the praises, all the honor, all the glory unto the unstoppable and undeniable force, Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone. GMS who taught me this truth. Honors to the brethren in the Akim out there that has been pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI for allowing me once again to come out on the highways and hedges in the chief place of concourse. I pray and I hope that this lesson was edifying to you, brethren. And it's on to the next one, brothers. Shalom.